Alright, today I'm going to be reacting to Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. This came out literally today. I wasn't planning to do a reaction on this, and you guys might be thinking, why am I reacting to Billie Eilish? You know, this is kind of out of my lane a little bit. I did enjoy her last album, actually her last two albums. I enjoyed aspects of those. I thought they had some flaws to them, of course, but some really interesting tracks on those albums. It does feel kind of just like a moment, you know, in the music industry whenever Billie Eilish drops. She definitely feels like one of the most important voices in pop music today, so I'm pretty excited to get into this. There's been a pretty interesting rollout for this album. No singles at all, which honestly I kind of love. I love just going into an album not hearing any of it. It also does have some pretty good reviews already on Album of the Year. As you can see, 90 critic score, 86 user score. Obviously you got the Billie Eilish stans kind of improving that score and getting it pretty high, but regardless, that's pretty insane to have a score that high for a pop album like this on Album of the Year. If you want to see this reaction uncut, make sure to go join the Patreon, link in the description to where you can join that down below. And we're gonna get into it. The first track is Skinny. Okay, let's do it.
21 took a lifetime. People say I look happy just because I got skinny. And I still cry.
Production and overall feel kind of feels similar to that Barbie, you know, the song off the Barbie soundtrack.
Am I acting my age now? Am I already on the way out? When I step off the stage, I'm a bird in a cage. I'm a dog in a dog pound. And the internet is hungry for the meanest kind of funny, and somebody's gotta feed it.
I like that phrasing there. It's almost kind of Radiohead-y, these strings. Transition. Yep. Okay, I hate to pause it because I want to kind of hear where that transition goes, but great little heartfelt intro here. That one might be a grower. I feel like the overall atmosphere of it felt like it could have just been a little bit more detailed. But I think the focal point of that track is definitely just like Billie Eilish herself, the vocals, the writing here. Again, feels kind of similar to, what is the song off the Barbie soundtrack? What's it called? I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. We'll see if we get more of that on this album, or if we get, I'm assuming we're going to get a bunch of different sounds here, but we'll see. All produced by Phineas, I'm guessing, of course.
I could eat that girl for lunch as she dances on my tongue. Tastes like she might be the one. Call me when you're there. I said I'll buy you something rare, and I left it under Claire. So now she's coming up the stairs.
Good detuning on those guitar chords.
And I'm pulling at my hair. Been trying hard not to overeat. You're just so sweet. I'll run a shower for you like you want. Clothes on the counter for you, try it on.
Good piano.
You need a seat, I'll volunteer. Now she's smiling ear to ear. She's the headlights on the deer. I said it all before.
It's a good line.
Say how it been.
Oh, good bass synth. Yeah, that's good. Great track. Great production by Phineas. I mean, has some psychedelic kind of elements to it. Bass lines that kind of remind me of some Tame Impala stuff. Great punchy drums. Just fun, catchy track here. I feel like Billie Eilish has done such a great job of moving away from, I don't know, this album just feels a lot more mature, which makes sense. Your music's gonna mature as you age. But it's getting away from that, sometimes that edginess that felt a little bit too cheesy for me on especially like her first album, some of the tracks on there. Like, it still feels like Billie Eilish, but it just, I don't know, it feels a little bit more like sophisticated and mature. It's not relying on any sort of like gimmick or anything. It's just like solid, you know, all around solid. The guitars in the beginning of that track had kind of like a dream poppy, kind of like Cocteau Twins kind of feel to them. CHIHIRO? I don't know. Probably saying that wrong.
To take my love away. When I come back around, will I know what to say? Open up the door, can you open up the door? I know you said before you can't cope with anymore. You told me it was war, said you'd show me what's in store. I hope
very subtle but kind of cute chorus here. Oh, good atmosphere. These synths are great.
Said I need to be alone now, I'm taking a break. How come when I returned you were gone away?
Interesting. It feels like this track is supposed to end in like 30 seconds, but we still got 2.5 minutes. That like kind of slap bass is so good. This track kind of has like a house feel to it too.
There's a part of me that recognizes you. Do you feel it too? Now it's serious. Open up the door. Can you open up the door? I know you said before you can't cope with
Dude, the bounce here, like the instrumental breaks paired with her vocal delivery here is just, oh, it's so good. That track did so much. It's interesting getting a track like that on such a mainstream pop album like this, you know? I mean, it's 5 minutes, very progressive. It feels like most pop songs would kind of end after that first bridge, go back into another chorus, and then kind of just end, you know? But this track really takes its time, goes through a lot of phases here and growth. And I do wish with that synth build, it felt like maybe there could have been some sort of vocal outburst in a way, you know, some sort of moment where she really starts to sing and really starts to project with her vocals, because she kind of just sticks to her style of kind of the whispery vocals on this track. But it felt like maybe there could have been, I mean, there kind of was, but it was kind of just baked into the background of the instrumental. I really would have loved to hear her vocals become like really present and her to just like kind of sing it, you know? Still enjoyed the track nonetheless. Great synth work, great little slap bass in there. Overall, this album, like aesthetically, it kind of just like feels like the cover, you know? It's very subtle. It's very atmospheric, underwater kind of feeling to it. Let's keep going. Birds of a Feather is next.
I want you to stay till I'm in the grave, till I'm in the casket you carry.
Good chord progression right there.
I'm going to, 'cause it was always you. Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever, but if it's forever, it's I'll love you till the day that I die, till the day that I die, till the light leaves my eyes. I want you to see how you look to me, but you're so full of shit. Tell me it's a bit.
Oh, good vocal production there.
I don't know what I'm crying for. I don't think I could love you more. Might not be wrong, but baby, I don't wanna say goodbye. We should still look at it.
It was really good. Yeah, it just felt kind of like, almost had like an 80s feel to it. It reminds me of, I think it's Less Than Zero by The Weeknd.
I'd wear your heart like a symbol. I couldn't see.
You know, similar kind of chord progression. It actually like almost made me tear up a little bit. I don't know how it almost did that, but yeah, sweet little love track. Sure, is it a little bit cliche, I guess, but who really cares, you know? Love in itself is cliche sometimes, you know? So yeah, I enjoyed it. Loved it. Loved her vocal presence on that track. I mean, I like her whispery vocals, but when she really starts to like project with her vocals, I think there's a level of emotion she can hit there that sometimes isn't possible with those whispered vocals, you know? Like, what the pretentious part of me wants to be like, oh yeah, whatever, it's generic, but honestly, I think the production was solid enough, and just the writing was heartfelt, and that's really all you can ask for. Pretty solid. Wildflower is up next.
Things fall apart and time breaks your heart. I wasn't there, but I know she was crying on my shoulder. All I could do was hold her. Only made us closer. You don't need to remind me. I should put it all behind me, shouldn't I? But I see her in the back of my mind all the time. Did I cross the line? Well, good things don't last, and life moves so fast. And I know that you love me. You don't need to remind me. Wanna put it all behind me. But baby, I see her in the back of my mind all the time.
Oh, such a good melody there with that chord that they go to too.
Did I cross the line?
Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted on how to feel about that track. Like, I like the overall gradual build of it. Of course, very heartfelt lyrics here, kind of detailing this tough relationship with this person here. I felt like just the build could have hit a little bit harder. Like, this album, yeah, it's called Hit Me Hard and Soft, and you're definitely getting that. Like, you have the softness of her vocals and some of the atmospherics of the instrumentation paired with some punchy drums and stuff. And you kind of have the big rock drums that come in on this track, but I don't know, it felt like there could have just been, again, a moment that just, like, was a little bit more explosive, something that just hit a little bit harder. It was close to reaching that climax and that peak, but it just didn't quite get there. I'm snapping a lot. I don't know why.
I'm trying my best to keep you satisfied. How alone I've been. Let you come and go. All my admiration, all the times I waited for you to want me naked, made it all look painless. Man, am I the greatest?
Sufjan Stevens vibes with these guitars. You hear the kind of like, you hear the very subtle, like, almost crickets in the back. That just, like, outside atmosphere, you know?
And we don't have to fight when it's not worth fighting for.
Good intricacies of that guitar there.
Anything at all.
Great way to pick up the energy without necessarily doing, like, something huge or something massive, without, you know, increasing the volume, but you get just like that increased speed and just the urgency of that guitar.
Man, am I the greatest? My congratulations. All my love and patience. You don't want me naked.
Come on.
Made it all look
Come on.
painless. Man, am I the
See, this is what the last track needed. This is that climax, you know?
Man, am I the greatest? God, I hate it. I shouldn't have to say it. You could have been the greatest.
Okay, so that build, that climax that we got to, a lot more impactful than the previous track. I think the kind of unexpected mood and tone that they go for with that bridge really makes it special. Like, it feels like it's building up towards something, but the bridge that you do get is definitely not what you're expecting. I'm having some issues with just, like, the execution of some of these ideas. Like, some moments could hit a little bit harder. Some of the pacing feels a bit off. Overall, I like the writing here, and I think Billie Eilish, like, her vocals there during the bridge, definitely sold it. Let's keep going. L'amour de ma vie. I probably butchered that. L'amour.
I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you.
Oh
when I
no.
looked
Oh
in
no.
your-
Are we doing a Louise? What's her name? Lueve? Laffy? Lueve? I don't know. Are we doing this generic vocal jazz? I hope not.
I said you.
Okay, what? Now she sounds like Billie Eilish. Why did she sound like...
Best for the rest of your life. Felt
Yeah.
sorry
It's just when she goes into the life, that's what kind of reminded me of it. But then after that she just sounds like herself again. What?
you. of my life. The love of my life. Did I waste your time? I tried to be there for you. It isn't asking for a lot for an apology, for making me feel I could kill you if I tried to leave immediately. But I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you when I looked in your eyes. You were the love of my life.
I like the structure of that chorus. It's a really good chorus, actually.
It's not my fault. I did what I could. You made it so hard, like I knew you would. Because for you.
This little ride that comes in here.
But you were not mine. It isn't asking for a lot for an apology.
Okay. This little like 8-bit production. Okay, where we going? Okay, speaking of the weekend,
Like something you found till you didn't need it. It's over now. Our books so pretty.
dang, okay. I respect the ambition of that track, like having something this strange and this out there on, again, an album of an artist of Billie Eilish's popularity. You know, I respect it. I actually do really like the overall like tone of this first half, of how it's kind of like this cheeky like you even hear her laughing at points in here, like, I tried to be there for you, then you tried to break mine, and you know, and then how it kind of evolves into this more like heartfelt and gets to the actual core of the pain, you know? I don't know how to feel about the kind of like EDM electronic second part there. I don't know, it feels a little bit just too out of nowhere, just like placing these very two different sounds. Maybe it works for some people, but to me it just feels a little bit random. Let's keep going. The Diner is next.
Be afraid of me. How much I need.
This feels more
I saw you
like old school Billie Eilish.
I know I'm meant to be.
That's good bass though. That 808 goes hard.
You're starting in my dreams. I'm here around the clock. I'm waiting on your block. But please don't call the cops. They'll make me stop. And I just wanna talk. You could be my wife.
Why is this kind of Brockhampton-y? What is going on?
I'll say you're right. And you kiss me goodnight.
I love it though. This is great.
Waiting on the corner till I saw the city leave. I left a calling card so they would know that it was. I hope you read it this time. You better know that it was me.
I don't know, something about that like high up synth that was descending throughout the track, it just gave me like Brockhampton vibes. It was very like kind of very almost 1997 Diana. Even that kick and bass combo, just like something about the groove kind of reminds me of that track. That was great. Loved the kind of sass in her vocal delivery. I also love that she didn't go for like a a full, you know, kind of rapped delivery, because I feel like that could have been really corny and forced. But again, it's just more of this kind of like melodic, sing-songy, but also kind of rapped delivery, you know? I feel like she did that a lot on the first album, definitely. It definitely reminded me of that, but I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Thought the beat was fun. Thought the sass to the writing was fun as well. So let's keep going. Bittersweet is up next. Oh, this is nice. Yeah. Ooh. Dude, the subtle production here. Oh my gosh. But that again, that bass and kick combo. Oh, this is so good. Oh, yes. Come on. See, this part 2 works better than on the L'Amour de ma vie, you know? It feels, I don't know, it feels cohesive. This might be Phineas's best production on the album, too. Kind of a bossa nova feel. I like how that synth swell only came in once. That was nice. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is so good. Dude, the textures on this track. That subtle synth building in the background. I think these slowdowns work so well too. Good transition too. That track fixed a lot of the issues I had earlier on the album. Like I think the part 1 and the 2, again, felt more cohesive. That transition felt a little bit more natural. Yeah, I think easily some of Phineas's best production on this album. Such good like texture work and such good detail. I mean, she's done some of this bossa nova stuff before, but I think this even took it to the next level. Like you had Billie Bossa Nova on her last album, I think, right? And that was honestly one of my favorite tracks on that album. But I think this was even more impressive just because of, I don't know, the attention to detail when it comes to like the world building, you know? And I think those slowdowns work really well because, I mean, you're already establishing this kind of underwater feel to the track. So then those slowdowns just feel really natural and feel like they fit, you know? Easily one of my favorites. All right, last track is Blue. Let's see how we wrap things up here. Near 6-minute track. Some of this imagery tying into the album cover, you know, the door, blue, overseas.
And I'm still so blue, it's not You were born bluer than a butterfly, beautiful and so deprived, colder than your father's eyes. He never learned to sympathize.
What are all these sounds going on? I keep hearing banging. I'm so confused.
I don't blame you, but I can't change you. Too afraid to step outside, paranoid and petrified of what you've heard.
It makes sense we're ending like this because the album kind of started like this, you know.
Say the same about me. I sleep about
Oh.
3 hours each night, means only
I like that vocal pitching.
now. I could say the same about you. Born blameless, grew up famous too. Just a baby born blue.
It's a good sample there, whatever that is. That
Don't hate
Yeah, we're tying everything back together with the strings now. There has been a lot of themes of like pressure, outside pressures on this album. And I guess this bridge here is kind of the same thing, talking about how little sleep she gets, but then right here, but when can I hear the next one? Overall, Billie Eilish is just kind of struggling with, again, that pressure of today's music industry wanting artists to just release as much music as possible. And I feel like this album does feel kind of like a freeing kind of project because, again, it kind of ignored the kind of industry norms of having like a standard rolled out and everything, you know. A lot of these tracks feel like something that maybe a label wouldn't be super happy with in terms of how little radio play I think they're going to get. Obviously, there's some catchy moments on here and more straightforward moments that are definitely going to get radio play and are going to chart high, but overall, this album feels like Billie Eilish and Phineas just kind of doing what they want to do, you know, and kind of trying to go against that pressure. I think overall this track, production-wise, was fantastic. I do have some gripes with just like the writing on this album in general. I feel like sometimes it's a little bit too straightforward and literal. I feel like the moments where it's a little bit more imagery heavy and metaphor heavy and just a little bit more abstract is actually when it works the best, because it kind of matches the kind of mystical, otherworldly feel of the production. So I think if she went into that style of writing a little bit more on this album, it would have connected with me a little bit more. Overall, I think this is being maybe a little bit overhyped on Album of the Year. I don't know. I think it honestly probably is my favorite project of hers so far, but I don't think it's anything too mind-blowing. Yeah, that's going to do it for this reaction. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know down below. Let me know any insights that you have down below that I may have missed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, go join the Patreon if you want to see this reaction uncut, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.